Benjamin West, The Death of General Wolfe, depicts an event in the 7 Years' War with General Wolfe, wounded and about to die. This painting captures the environment that Wolfe is in as he is wounded.
So, how popular was this painting?
Well, this portrait was West's most famous painting and was exhibited at the Royal Academy in 1771.
Tell me more about this Benjamin West.
Well, Benjamin West was the president of Royal Academy, which was an art institute based in London.
This painting seems to invoke a lot of emotion.
Yeah, you can see on the faces of those that surround the wounded general, they're sad, expressing their sorrow and grief for Wolfe. 4 or 5 soldiers attended to Wolfe's aid, possibly listening to the general's last dying words.
The background here looks really intense.
Yeah, as the battle rages on in the background, smoke from the gunpowder rises to the sky, turning it black and gray. Also, you can see the British troops unloading ships.
What else do we see here?
Well, if you look to the top right of the picture, here we have 2 men folding their hands together in a praying motion, as if they're praying for a miracle from God to heal Wolfe.
That's interesting, and I see a Native American over here.
Yeah, the Native American is kneeling on the ground with his fist embedded into his chin, expressing deep thought. West did a fabulous job in painting this native man costume, which comes from the Aboriginal people.
Yes, very, very fabulous.
Indeed it is. If you look closely to the left in the background, you can see a runner waving his hat with news that the French have been defeated. So Wolfe can now die happily because his campaign was a success. Now, let's take a look at a piece of art that could be seen as completely different.
However, both pictures have backgrounds of being inspired by war, and interestingly enough, this piece was created 150 years after the death of General Wolfe, showing us how art can transform drastically. Now here we have a photo montage by the Berlin artist Raoul Hausmann titled Tatlin at Home, painted in 1920.
What exactly does this photo montage art consist of?
Well, a photo montage is a composite photograph which joins multiple photographs into an illusion of an unreal subject.
What style is this photo montage?
Well, this is a Dada style portrait of the Russian artist Vladimir Tatlin.
Tell me a little more about this Vladimir Tatlin.
Gladly. His belief in technology and progressive and aesthetically styled art is what inspired what the Dada artists called machine art. So Hausmann gives Tatlin a head of an unknown man, which he associates with the machinery through the mechanized brain that radiates loosely associated images.
Yeah, I see that. What do these images show?
Well, this shows the transformation of the world into different forms of information. And we also see a map in the background which suggests the internationalism of Tatlin's aesthetic. So, according to the professor at University of Michigan, Matthew Byro, Hausmann's Dada cyborgs were intended to represent the radically hybrid and collaborative nature of human identity in modern societies, ultimately representing a decentered form of human identity.
Exactly. My understanding was that the cyborg evoked ideas of a networked human being. So basically, who we are as individuals have an organic limit, allowing our self-image to be distributed throughout the world, establishing our existence.
Yes, and by using a photo montage for this portrait, Hausmann disrupts reality in an effort to imagine new modes of existence. Also, Matthew Jehl, in his book Dada and Surrealism, points out that the Dadas were aware that art was taking an active part in the transformation of society in the Soviet Union. Thus, they used art to show their moral stance in relation to their own country's activities. Although Dada art had a sense of audacity, it was also productive, it demanded attention, and it exposed society's moral decay.
Yeah, I totally agree. I have this respect for the Dada movement and how it exposed society by being sarcastic, colorful, and silly. It really expressed Dada's audacity.